What's going on, everybody? We got Will Ramos's car here. I would call this his party car. That's what I call it, quote unquote party car, because this is his second Z he bought. He brought this car here just because he needed a bunch of stuff done. We're gonna go over some of the stuff we did and see what's up. If you don't know who Will Ramos is, Eddie put in a clip of the band Lorna Shore. I don't know if you guys are into this music, but here it is. Yeah, it's some easygoing, calm music that, you know, stuff you could listen to at church, stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna go over what we done in this car. First thing we did was he brought us some front fenders, so we had to basically cut the out of that metal fender under there and mount this. I guess you would call this an over fender for the front. Not really my thing, but it worked out way better than I thought it was gonna work out. This actually covers the side skirt too. Hey Zeus, do you know the brand of this fender?
It's Carbonado Aerodynamics.
Carbonado Aerodynamics, something like that. Just a fiberglass fender, but like it requires the factory fender underneath it. So you basically have to cut a ton of this out.
I get the piece.
And that was Jesus's first time mounting over fenders, so it actually came out really well. I mean, I don't know if I love this type of fender. Actually, I can tell you I don't, but the job came out pretty okay. But yeah, so they sit higher than the factory fenders, unfortunately, so the wheel gap is pretty high. We adjusted the height, front and rear. We slammed the rear as low as it can go, and it's still too high for me. And the front is, we had to lower it more than I would like just to make the fender look correct. Here's Jesus with the...
This is my memorabilia. Thank you, bro. I'm putting it on my wall.
Yeah, so that's how much of the fender you had to cut out. What else did we do on the car, Jesus?
The upper and lower oil pan that was leaking. We did the catch can, radium catch can.
Yeah, we'll bring the car down and go over that. And then
what else? There was a bunch.
There was a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff I can't even remember.
So we'll.
Rad support.
Oh, the front rad support was correct. These are very common things on Z33 chassis. These lower rad supports, especially on this is obviously a fully dedicated drift car, if you couldn't tell by the way it looked. But almost all of these rad supports when they come in here are destroyed. So we've replaced a couple of these rad supports. That's something that's always broke. Upper oil pan is always leaking on these VQs, so had to do the upper oil pan, reseal everything. And then you extended the
lower control arm.
This car has powered by Max, the whole angle kit?
I believe.
Yeah, it's got the tie rods and everything. So, yeah, it's got the Powered by Max angle kit. We extended it out wider, and the uppers we extended those out wider so it could it would look right with the fenders being wider. And it's still got a crazy -7
degrees.
7 degrees of camber in the front, which we're just gonna rock that for now. We're gonna see how Will likes it. I think the car's gonna drive pretty well.
If he wants to fix it, we would have to upgrade the upper control arms because it's already at the limit.
Yeah, so, but I think the car's gonna drive well. You can bring it down, and we'll look at more stuff. Actually, come to the back. So someone cut the whole rear end of this car off before he got it. If you take a peek in here, the whole rear end of this car is gone. And they just left the evap tank hanging. So we had to delete the evap tank, run all the hoses wherever they had to go. We had to build a new exhaust hanger because that was cut off. And then Will brought us this Tomei Extreme catback. So we put that on there, and we pretty much had to guesstimate where the bumper hole is, but he didn't mind. So we just sent it. That was that. He had rear over fenders he wanted to put on, but the matching rear over fenders to the front, they go down to the bumper. So there's no bumper. So we're not putting those on right now. I actually like these more anyway. I think you should just leave these. But the last thing we might do to this car before it leaves is build supports. There's nothing holding the quarter panel on right here. There's nothing holding it on right here. So if he blows a tire or anything, this whole quarter panel's coming off. So we want to build 2 supports right here to help hold the quarter panel and bumper on. So that'll be either the last thing that gets done or it'll get done another time. What else? ISR Y pipe, we put that on.
Yeah, we did put on ISR Y pipe. Valve cover, gasket.
Oh, the valve cover gaskets were leaking.
I had to change the intake manifold, gaskets. What else? Just
Well, the radium,
catch can.
this awesome radium catch can, dual catch can for Z33. This thing is. Do you like it? I think it's pretty nice.
It's a nice piece. I
Yeah.
like it.
It also has little dipsticks, right?
Yep. It has dipsticks that you could.
So you can unscrew this. You can see how much oil you're catching from your blown VQ. Just kidding. This engine seems pretty.
It seems healthy.
Yeah, it seems fine. And it's an HR, so.
Yeah.
I feel like we did a lot more stuff to this car, but I can't really remember. Do you remember?
No, we were just fixing little boo-boos here and there.
Like maintenance stuff. Oh, you have your.
Yeah.
Oh, the front main seal. Yeah.
That was leaking. Rebuilt the rack.
Oh yeah, the whole steering rack was rebuilt. These are pretty common things for Z33s, I would say.
Yeah.
Upper oil pan, blown steering racks, valve cover gaskets. Oh, all these.
Front main seal.
There was a hole in this intake pipe.
There was a hole on this side, right here. Frankie welded it up.
Yeah.
So.
I think this intake pipe was rubbing on a strut tower bolt or something.
Yeah, because the motor mount was probably shot. So this has solid. That's another thing that should be done most of the time. Every Z that I've seen here, they need motor mounts.
Okay, so that was done, and the catch can was installed because none of these hoses were plugged.
Yeah.
Everything
was with painter's tape.
every single thing was wrapped in painter's tape when it was brought here. So, yeah, this car needed a lot of attention, but I feel like right now it's at a pretty decent place.
Yeah.
I mean, I told them, I was like, this is like Will's party car, because he literally told me he bought this car so he could drift this car when his other car is being worked on. So now we got this thing at a pretty good spot. I don't really think he should do anything. He wanted to change the whole front end, like to FDF or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, you really don't need to. Like,
this angle kit, it has a lot of angle.
yeah, that's shit. We should probably show them, honestly. Let's start this thing up and show them how much angle it has. And that's hitting the bump stop right now. So you probably could get even more if you wanted to. Yeah, you could get more angle if you wanted to. But for a basic setup, I mean, this car's gonna rip. I mean, he said it ripped before he brought it here. So now it's gonna be even better. So yeah, we just wanted to show you guys this car before it left here. Will drives at Raceway Park. So check him out at Club Loose events this year. I'm sure you'll see this car out there and his other Z. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and don't forget, for the month of February 2025, we are giving away a set of Stance Suspension XR1 coilovers for any car of your choosing. All you have to do is spend $5 on our website and you will be entered to win the coilovers. And don't forget, Faction merch is worth double entries, so get your orders in to win a set of Stance XR1 coilovers.